love to see that. I'd love to see that sort of priority there. It's hard when you have, you know, an Orion on a mid that is, you know, very likely not. Yeah, Beryl is just has such great control over this. The control ward here actually denies vision, so they just don't.
Taking turret plates. He's only taken one, but any advantage is going to be nice. We do have the shockwave coming in here. Burst damage though onto Showmaker and bro.
The Infernal Drake that's spawning in 22 seconds, so full control of the map right now.
All right, Ragnarok. Canyon in a little bit of trouble, has to flash away from that one, but this is the response time we were talking about. TF and Galio able to get on in there. They finally take out but they've gone so deep trying to pick off these kills, as now Beryl is on the run. Gonna get flashed on here. The Q not doing too much damage. Slipping into the brush for just a moment, but that is gonna do it. That last
involved in these fights, they're getting objectives in terms of the turret plates. The Rift Herald will collapse in and take out, and that means that he's not able to peel or do anything after this. He would have been caught and taken out as well. But once again, turret gold going in favor of Damwon here. Second turret.
Quick blue screen. We're back here killing the blue Drake. We got the engage. Khan looking to disengage now. The Drake sent a nice little mid lane push at least. They're looking to take down this turret as okay. They'll trade one. That turret there has to back away. They don't have that top tier one, so it's a bit of map control that they. And again, you got to be careful. You have to still pull this off very well. They're looking to zone Khan away. The flash comes in. Actually, the Kaisa. Henna is going to pull that off. In goes Delight. He's just going to get shredded through the Unbreakable Will as he is going to find lava. There does Khan. In goes Showmaker looking to follow up. They have a lot of damage. A big shockwave, but he was exhausted. And here comes Henna shredding through the front line of Damwon Kia. And the follow-up from is massive as they ace the side of Damwon Kia.
Damwon Kia been very slightly behind this entire time, and
now they're like, uh-oh. Oops, we might actually lose here? Is this possible?
Yeah.
It's looking really good for Bro. They have a massive Kaisa. Kaisa is on steroids right now. She is lifting heavy weights for her team. She's 4-0-2. The most here, but I don't know about this.
The clear is so fast for Fredit Brion as well with this insanely fed Henna. And I don't know, they've overextended, it looks like. Double taunt.
And you can see they're trying to turn it around. Lava is getting burst down, actually. Canyon is going to get into that back line, but he is immediately going to get shredded. Delight will go down. But again, so many strong carries still left available on the backside. Umti's here, Henna's here. They do lose 2-1 to Bro, but they pick up that Ocean Drake. And they still have full health bars here and a lot of wave clear. But let's see what Damwon can get with this slight man advantage.
They have this man advantage. They're going to push with it hard. They're going to try to open this map up. We are 31 minutes into the game. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are. So it's a very long death timer, or two very long death timers.
Timing on this stage. Okay, so they have a lot of Baron damage, but still a decent amount of poke is coming out from the side of Damwon. Nice engage here immediately, and he just blows up Ghost! Where did that affect?
So there was no secret that they were taking this. And yet still Ghost just gets blown up instantly by Hoya finally actually getting to connect his combo. Finally actually gets to have his moment in the sun. And that's, Ghost is just now respawning. That's an inhibitor turret down. Khan looking for the flank here. Needs to be careful about overextending himself.
Yeah, I don't know about this. They just have way too much damage. See you later, Beryl. That's another cast straight into their face, as the Ignite might even kill Khan. Thankfully, he won't go down for his sake, but I feel like their Nexus is very close.
I think this is game
Flash comes in. And Bro, they're waiting. They want to wait for those minions to come in.
Need to be careful about forcing this engage, though, with positional advantage over to Damwon Kia. Beryl got a taunt, so that's on cooldown now.
The Light's looking for it. The Unbreakable Will comes in, and another huge cast to take out the support. Canyon has to dive in just to get the kill, but he's used everything. Kaisa going to chip away and take down that Olaf. Desperately trying to get in there, but the Shockwave gets two, and Damwon might just be done for at this point in time. Baron's still up for 5 seconds, but they'll just look to push down the mid lane and take the game.
They want to take the game. Very early taunt for Beryl in that fight. He immediately goes down afterwards, and then there's no stopping Fredit Brion. is keeping has a great zone around the left side of the Dragon Pit. We'll never see that Drake taken, as Fredit Brion are going to try to push to end here. Nobody but Showmaker alive to defend it. An early game.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, an early game lead for Lava.
Oh, man.
They've finally capitalized on much later.
The Nexus goes down, and Fredit Brion win game number 1.
Sort of dominate. Kale!
Wait, is that Nuggery? Is he back? what is this? Okay, I guess Khan is saying.
If any trades or anything really crazy, Khan has slight experience leads. Oh, there's the bubble!
Oh, man, there it is. Lava is
never found his footing. He's never been in a position to be a top mid laner. I mean, he had a few opportunities to prove himself, but never did. And
looking to extend and look for more objectives. I like the proactivity here from the side of Fredit Brion, as they're even going to go in for the fight here. Not sure about this. Delight is not level 6. He is going to get killed.
So much CC. Like I said before, it's one of those matchups that can kind of run away from you if you get an early lead, but it's so difficult to do that against an Ornn. And Hoya taking a very aggressive path into this Herald fight, gonna Ornhorn.
This is 3v2, but they're still looking to get it. They have so much burst damage. The Kale ultimate comes in, but Showmaker is just dead. Hoya not able to get a knock-up there.
What comes along with that motivates a lot of people. Perhaps, this is a matchup that just was not prepared for correctly by Damwon.
Objectives, turrets on the map, you want to take more map control. And Fredit Brion are doing that. They're taking jungle farm, and they're diving turrets here. So Delight having the engage, they get on top of the backline, and Ghost immediately just pops, disappears. No hope for him. They dive the turret, only Beryl remains. And Hannah should have the damage. He's going to flash here, get that last auto. And meanwhile, on the backside, just taking more names here as another Trouble Bubble is going to land on the Showmaker. He just cannot find any luck in this game. Has to flash away as nothing is going right here except Khan again for the side of Damwon.
About taking that fight under turret. Not vision whatsoever. He waited for a moment, then pinged. See the commitment.
Right, gonna get on in there. Immediate exhaust does come out. They missed there, but they're gonna flash on in. They want to get this. Of course, the ultimate will come in. Unti getting, wow, huge amounts of burst damage.
Yeah, they're gonna push the bottom lane. They're gonna get this turret as well. And in the top lane, I think they are just barely gonna be able to get the turret as well. So it's gonna be a turret for a turret. As you see, Lava just continues to push that. You can see that on your
like that kill. It's a bit better. So they're going to have less hard engage. Lava has to be careful about just popping forward, though. He's doing, quote-unquote baits as now Showmaker looking to challenge here. Umti getting pretty low. In comes Canyon, picks up the kill, as that's not going to be...
Oh, yeah, it's like, well, you're never going to turn this fight at that point, I'm afraid. So, kind of some itchy...
And they may just be able to. We have teleports coming on in. Will they turn off of it? That's a really nice bubble to get us started, but they may need to turn onto Khan. This is going to be a bit of a coin flip, as it will go the way of the Graves. They actually do take it down. Showmaker gets incredibly low, but do they have the damage? You see Ghost trying to get on top of Henna. He will take him out, as now in the front line, Beryl will eventually go down, but look at Khan fighting front to back. Do they have the backline access? Well, with the Trouble Bubble missing, the answer will be no. Lava looking to disengage. Let's see the Scatter the Weak will land onto Lava, and he does not have a flash. A double steps in front of it. So, again, they still have the Baron. So you see that it's currently a Baron turn with the Ornhorn there. They have such a fantastic turn off a Baron team. As looks like Khan was spotted out. Gonna look to burst him down. But the Kale ultimate will come in. Do they have the follow-up damage? Absolutely. In spades they do. They take down Khan. They take down Beryl. And now... Bro looking to push the issue even more. We got a Trouble Bubble onto Showmaker. He's going to take a huge blast to the face, as Bro will look to continue pushing.
Been struggling to find their place, their mentality in a season like this. They're beating Damwon Kia. I can't think of a better pick-me-up.
Well, yes, of course. Taking out the world champion. Shouldn't be nice for any team. All these players dream of being on the world champions 2021, but still strong. Up against Kale. Okay. To do some crazy stuff. Okay, Hoya gonna look to turn it on to, speaking of which, the Kale. The Trouble Bubble is gonna sail a little bit short, though, as in comes Beryl. They're just gonna chip away front to back here. Yeah.
Free turret and also free vision control as well. They're gonna steal away red. And they have the Rift Scuttle, so they have the permanent vision. You'd think with the poke they have, they'd engage, but they're so slow to do so.
Yeah, you gotta throw out this Ornhorn. Looks like a little bit late. Can they get into the pit? No, it is going to go the way of Damwon, but they burst down the Kale immediately. This could be disaster for Damwon, but immediately the Kai'Sa's going to be taken out. That's a lot of damage taken away from Fredit. Yes, the Cloud Soul would be nice, but again, you don't want to lose the game for it. So let's see how Fredit Brion attacked this position. Some nice poke already coming out here from Showmaker.
Gotta be careful on that choke against the Ornhorn, but the poke is coming through. So Damwon Kia, it's go time.
Oh, okay, it's gonna go the way of Kai'Sa. That is a massive wombo combo into the backline. They get 3 members, and Khan is just gonna get burst down from 100 to 0. Gets a couple of swipes, but that is not gonna do it. And I think, Wolf, that Fredit Brion have done it. They're gonna push down mid lane and try to end the game.
Another ace here, and this time Hoya's Ornhorn is massive. And that is all they needed. Damwon Kia, the time was ticking down in that fight. The poke damage was real. They were not able to find themselves in a good enough position to defend when that horn came in, and that's going to be game.
That's going to do it. Fredit Brion with the 2-0 over Damwon Kia. I cannot believe what just came out of my mouth. What a stomp.
In that moment, the Ornhorn comes through, and that's the end of it. And, I mean, really, I can't put this, I can't overstate this more than I already am. But
Yeah.
if you're Fredit Brion, you start to feel like we are a better team than we ever imagined. You might even change the way you coach this team after a series like this. The coach might see potential in these players, how well they played here, that we hadn't seen before. And you could actually watch the evolution of Fredit Brion throughout those 2 games, where it was an early start, very timid mid-game, where it seemed like things could slip away at any moment because they were not being aggressive enough in that first game. But in the second game, they started off that way and then started being hyper-aggressive around the jungle, taking vision control, looking for team fights. And I mean, the team we saw at the end of game 2 and the team we saw in the middle of game 1, I mean, it's night and day.
Absolutely. Man, Fredit Brion, when you saw them on camera, that was a very powerful moment. It felt like they won the Super Bowl, right? It was like everybody just piles on. Or it's like the World Series when everybody's like in the locker room and the champagne is flying everywhere and everybody's just got a massive smile on their face. They are on top of the world right now. As we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from this second game that we did have between these 2 teams. From the get-go, Lava shuts down the mid lane again over Showmaker, and you wonder what's going on there as well.
Yeah, Showmaker definitely had a really, really tough series. Valdez, he just wasn't able to compete with Lava. Lava seemed to have its number, was hyper-aggressive in both games. You know, against Showmaker's Twisted Fate, he gave a little bit more of an explanation as to why he got so owned, but with the Syndra he picked in game 2, this just simply should not have happened so well. Didn't pick Cleanse, you know, it was kind of a joke between you and me off cast and between the games about me saying, okay, well, you probably should have taken Cleanse, you know, against a Twisted Fate and then turn it around. And it's like, well, maybe Showmaker should have had Cleanse for the trouble bubbles. The Ornhorns, through a lot of these fights, were mistimed and often on cooldown in some really pivotal moments. But Hoya did bring it back in the end.
Oh, yeah. I thought that Hoya stepped up. I thought that Delight, a guy that got caught out in really awkward spots in a lot of their other games, was able to put on a really nice showing on the Alistair, especially in the second half of this game. And everything kind of came together. They finally began to believe. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Miracle on Ice, but it's like you finally begin to believe it's possible.
The time that you get the movie reference and I don't know it, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the LCK anymore.
Well, it's a hockey movie, so, you know, it's like one of the only things that I actually watch.
I mean, sometimes Brendan's got the pop culture reference, and sometimes Damwon Kia get too owed by Fredit Brion. You know, miracles do happen.
Yeah.
Ice or no.
Exactly. Miracles happen, man. They happen tonight, that's for sure. Oh, man. Well,
fight is the yell, is the call here as the Ornhorn comes through. And everybody is screaming. They are so hyped. They know that they have won against the defending world champions. They know they've taken a 2-0 lead. The lead, it's over. There's no lead. They took a 1-0 lead into a 2-0. Nobody saw this coming, and after the first game, everyone thought, well, there's going to be some angry, maybe tapping of the foot and some awkward discussions between game 1 and 2 with the coaching staff of Damwon Kia, but we're going to a long night, a third game, a 6-game night. Not to be the case. Let's look at these guys lose their minds. I can't imagine how they're feeling right now.
They just go absolutely wild after the Nexus goes down 2. And, yeah, it actually happened. 2-0. If you're tuning in now, I feel bad for you. Today was an awesome day of League of Legends, upsets and crazy games. We have insane damage numbers. I feel like Umti really stepped up to the plate. He had a very weak first couple of series, I would say, in the LCK. He really turned it up today. And props to him, props to the whole roster over there for Fredit Brion. They absolutely deserve the win, as they were playing really well in that second game. As you mentioned, you know, they finally began to believe in themselves.
Some hashtag
was actually possible.
Some hashtag bro wins, I think, are in order. Some hashtag bro wins on Twitter. I think we're gonna have to have a few of those around the world.
Yeah.
The bro herd around the world.
Hashtag brofist. Oh man. Well, it actually happens. Can't believe it, but here we are. Bro takes a victory, and against the least likely team. So this is very interesting. You mentioned what this means for the LCK and for Damwon. I don't know where they stand against Gen G, right? They looked good against T1, but then you have this kind of a series against Fredit Brion. How can we trust you? You know, how can we trust you to put on a good showing against Gen G?
Yeah.
I think a lot going into that series will be about, can Damwon play to their full potential?
Yeah, I mean, the mentality that you have going into their second series of the week as well, to try to shape up for that. And if you end up falling there or having a struggle there, then where's your mentality going to be going into that extremely important match next week against Gen G? So, this is, you know, I don't want to say, like, this is the fall of Damwon, but I think this is definitely a bump in the road that will be remembered for the rest of this split. And for Damwon Kia, this might have been the loss they needed to make sure that they keep themselves extremely prepped for some upcoming matches that they might have thought, oh, this is a gimme win.